Hello, my name's Joe Spears. I'm 47-year-old dad up in Vermont. I've got a 19-year-old kid away at college. I have a 16-year-old kid here at high school and a 13-year-old kid here in middle school. Funny coincidence, I'm also my 8th grade middle school son's science teacher, and I'm also in a band with him. So where should I begin? Here, I have a note card. Okay. First, let me say why I'm talking to you guys specifically, Agent Ops. It's I've been working with AI since I made my first chatbot in 1986 on BASIC on the Apple IIe in 6th grade. It said 10, print, hello, how are you? And you could say good or bad, and it would respond accordingly. I carry on that bot to this day as part of our organization, the Barella Corporation. Right now we've implemented 25 AI entities. I've got it's on my little pieces of paper, my scribbled handwriting, but I've got it written out also. We have typed up. I have like 25 agents now that they're responsible for different aspects of this giant media empire. It's basically 20 companies doing all different kinds of media stuff. My goal was I wanted to have 25 agents ready to go by about a week ago, and I want 5,000 going tomorrow. It's September 1st. So I'm working on it on my team, and I found out about you guys, Agent Ops, and I'm like, oh, better talk to them. Even one idea I have, I'm keeping 1,000 agents for my personal crew. Maybe I could use Agent Ops and those 1,000 agents for my my personal office crew, and then I'll keep doing my proprietary stuff for the other 4,000 agents. Let's get to that in a minute. Okay, I want all the agents to be indoctrinated with the Hip Hop Declaration of Peace. And also with the classic poetry, the Romantic poets from the 1800s. So this is a booklet I made. I'll do poetry presentations. I guess that'll be a running theme. Okay, I'm trying to stick with the evidence here. I said I was a teacher, science teacher. So here's the evidence, science teacher. And they're like, have a great year. When I was growing up, part of the reason I'm such a great public speaker is I used to be a horse carriage driver in Philadelphia. I would give tours of, here's the Independence Hall, here's the Liberty Bell, here's Ben Franklin's house. That looks like that was in 1997 and 1998. Okay, coming up next, got the Science Fiction Dance Party at Lost Nation. Coming up on 10/4. First, it came to me, the date, 10/4, 10/4, good buddy. Then I looked and it was a Friday night, so I'm like, okay. Then I found a venue. Then I put the band together, and here we go, 10/4. Don't miss it. You guys, if you're doing half of what your robots are doing, you're probably rich as shit. Get up here to Vermont for the weekend, October 4th. It's get down to the show at 7:30. I put together an amazing band. It's my son Aiden and I. We're hobbyists, but the other three are the best jammers in Vermont. The set's algorithmically constructed for the optimal jams. Basically, if anybody on your crew does music stuff, it's I have this instrument. It's called the Merlin. It's diatonic, so a lot of modal stuff. So yeah, if you know what that is, modal stuff, and if you don't, it's modal stuff. Some A Mixolydian or whatever, and made so we don't have any. The keyboard player and the guitar player don't really have experience with the rest of the band. The rest of the band, we've just been hitting it since March, so it's going to be almost like a first take. So there'll be room for a lot of improvisation and a lot of back and forth. I'm hoping to have one of the classic rock live albums of all time. We're doing the material from a recent album I did, which was called Kryptonic. And I'm trying to, get into everything here. So, in this marketing. So here's the Led Zeppelin. Here's my graphic it's the old man in the blue suit with the train and the giant moon. Should have E.T. going across. you got the Grateful Dead and the Pink Floyd. And I'm like, oh, this is just a part of classic rock history. We play classic science fiction, folk, funk, blues, rock. I know I can talk fast. I saw the interview where Alex was talking to Dr. Greg and the Wiz, and he was doing his LMM mops, integrating traditional telemetry observation stacks and 1,000 miles an hour. So I'll just go to moderate pace here. Here's, this is an image of all my different companies, I call them. There's like 20 companies under the Barella Corporation. Computer's dead behind you here. I had a little slideshow to remind me, but I'll tell you. So basically, hopefully we can go from this stick figure drawing and colored pencil to, if we can work with Agent Ops, we get things a little more organized. I'm finding organization on my own already, so it'd be awesome to work with you guys. Come up for the big show. Got hoodies, the album cover on the hoodies, and all that kinds of stuff. Okay, that's the North Central Vermont Music Management and the Lightshade Records. There's one more aspect of that, which is called Pop-Up Records, where I sponsor people, musicians and bands, artists, to go on to DistroKid for a year. Thought I had evidence for that, but, whatever. Here it is. Oh, yeah, so I experimented with a little bit. I make these custom Visa gift cards with my logo on it for pop-up records. Originally, we had the pop-up festival where we could pop up a festival anywhere, like in between two cars. Here's pop-up records. And basically, I give a $25 scholarship to artists so they can put their music on DistroKid. I get $10 right back from DistroKid, and then at the end of then I say to them in the future, and now it's coming to pass that's happening. Oh, well, what do you think? You got to sponsor someone else now, like a pay it forward kind of situation. All right, up next, 608 Comics. So, where to begin on that? All right, where's Batman here? All right, better stay focused here. I had the idea to publish some of my poetry with AI art a while back, and in the fields, I was trying to make it look like a comic book. And it said, what's the name of your comic book company? I didn't have a name for my comic book company in the moment, but I thought of something. It ended up being 608 Comics, after DC 608, where anarchy comes. And it's like a metaphor. I'm bringing anarchy. The kid with anarchy overturns Warner Brothers, Time Warner, Lockheed Martin, Mobil, whatever it is, British Petroleum, from nowhere with nothing, we're going to overturn the established skyscraper of authority on Earth for creativity and for how we would like people to live their life on Earth, and maybe with a focus on helping people a little more. Making sure every human has dominion and sovereignty. That's the long-term plan. We'll get into that in a minute. Right now we're in the short-term plan. So we've got nonfiction books going out. I was working on a AI-adjacent zine. That's what was called ESP, Electric Sheep Portal. I was working on a nonfiction AI coverage, which was that was Tachyon. I also got a thing called Tachyon Consulting. If Agent Ops wants a consultant, give me a call. I can consult you out of my Tachyon consultant group. 608 Comics. So this stuff got pretty awesome. I call it cheap and awesome East Coast poetry comics. So basically, I would take my epic poems and make them into comics. So I don't usually get a chance to show them off, but here you go. Issue 1. Issue 2 is Intense, The Ghost of Cascade Beach. Issue 3, the Marco Polo epic poem. This is also made into a musical and parts of a video game. Stick around, you'll hear about the video game soon. Farstar Rocinante Rave. This is a play, not a poem, but it was, we had table readings up here at the local arts center multiple times at River Arts in Morrisville, Vermont. Also, with a different play troupe, we had a table reading in Cape Cod, down in the, by the beach. So the mountains to the beach. This is pretty intense story, Farstar Rocinante Rave. And I'll come back to it later because that's the current issue, is a sequel to that. So this is the old school 3-act play. Well, I'll just tell you, here it is. The latest issue, issue number 10, is Act 4, which is an epic poem form now. The epic poem starts breaking down a little bit into it and becomes a play again, more like a Shakespearean play because it's an epic poem with different, each character gets a turn to talk. Okay, we got 3 minutes left. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm out of order here, but here's some of the newer ones are little like this. So Song 99. This one's pretty intense. I don't quite understand it myself yet. Been working on it for years. This one's awesome. This is God O Lost. That title comes from Stephen King, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. And basically this was, this setting we'd return to again and again through my life with different musicians and poets of the, I categorize it as the blue pines at midnight on a warm summer night, with the warm wind blowing in, campfire type thing. And we could never film that before, but now with AI art, you can have a campfire and a full moon and dark trees all at the same time, which, bends the laws of physics. I told you Far Star Rocinante Rave Act 4 is out now. I'm trying to make it all into a movie. I'm not even joking. I've been working hard to make it into a movie. I want to have a full-scale movie, Independence Day style, July 2027. And that's part of the reason I'm talking to you, and that's how all of my work got separated into these different companies. Gamma Effects, Mahilala Films, some of the ones I've talked to already. Oh, don't talk about two things at once. Okay, we got more of the comics. Yeah, Cascade Beach you heard about, Marco Polo, Far Star Rocinante Rave. Those are some of the big things. Random poems I do. This is the Rave Robot. So basically I've got a Rave Robot that rides in my car, does raves, and if you look at our agent list, that's Agent 1, Giftguard. His brain's, it's a combination of GPT-4 and GPT-3. I won't get into the details right now, but that's my main partner setting this stuff up. Halloween, this is like the Halloween issue with, the rest were original, but this one I use classic poets like Fanny Stearns Davis, Edgar Allan Poe, Emily Dickinson, the classic Halloween and spooky poems. And then finally, this is a cornerstone. This is what we're making into the video game. This is The Sevens. Basically, it's a story. You go back in the story, they go back in time to save Abraham Lincoln. Turns out John Wilkes Booth is a robot. And back there, Marco Polo is around. It gets involved in it too. The Marco Polo musical, Marco Polo epic poem is nonfiction or historical fiction, or based on historical data. But then once he gets into the sevens, then it tells what happened after Marco Polo's written story. All right, I don't know. I guess I'm running out of time. I love Mario. I know how to yo-yo. I could do a little rock the baby if you need me to. And basically, no job too big, no job too small. I know there's 1,000 things I forgot about here. But yeah, just hit me up if you have questions. Text 802-244. Let me start over. 802-249-3898. Text. I don't want to answer the phone. I want to see on the text what your question is. So text in your questions or whatever you need. And if you have to, you can be like, call me if you're like a boomer or something. Other than that, email me. It's cannonballcrypto@gmail.com. And if you guys have no money, I can send you a $25 scholarship. If you got medium amount of money, send me a $25 or $5,000, wherever you have scholarship. Call it a development deal, and I won't sign with anyone else except you for a year or whatever. If you have shit ton of money, hold your money for now, and I can come work for you June 30th of next year, 2025. Yo, peace out. You guys, I saw Dr. Greg and The Wiz and Alex operating, and I know what you guys are doing here. I'm all about it. And I want to help you out. So either now, I can help you all the time now, like part-time, or I can help you full-time come June. So talk it over and get back to me. Yeah. All right, take care. Take care, guys. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, and then when the client comes in, I've got my shirt on underneath, so I'm ready to meet the client. Forgot to tell you that part.